a chart of S&P futures. So that's you know, that's a consideration. That's the only future contract that I'm doing. The rest is going to be in stocks. Okay, how do I judge the trend intraday? I look at the pattern, and I look at symmetry, and I look at the moving averages. And as far as trends, you know what? It totally depends on the time frame you're looking at. If you're looking at a daily chart, the trend could be extremely bullish. If you're looking at a 5-minute chart, it could be bearish because you have a nice solid correction and a pattern of lower lows and lower highs. So it depends on what time frame you're trading. What's in my book that's not in Miner's? He doesn't cluster as much as I do. He definitely uses that concept, but I use more symmetry projections, and I do not use the Elliott wave stuff, and I don't use the time counts. I don't use the some of that stuff. I just use the time and the price axis and the ratios. Okay, do I count bars for intraday and when you use 30 or 15? Yes, I do count bars for intraday, and as far as which chart I use, well, and actually let me take that back. I count bars intraday when I have time to do it, when it's really obvious. Like, for example, I'm starting to see something, I think, was it Visa or Amazon? I think it's Amazon. I'm seeing a time count. I also do the analysis at night. Like after I finish here, I have both an article that I need to write, and also I have to do the update for tomorrow. So I'll be doing all the setups for tomorrow, and some of those I will illustrate on a 30-minute chart. Okay. Which highs and lows do you choose? I choose all of, like, for example, if I'm looking at the larger swings, I'm going to take the major highs and lows. So in this chart, it would be this, 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 this. You know, those are the ones that I'm going to use. And if I'm focusing on the shorter term data, I'll use some of the stuff here. So it depends on what I'm trying to accomplish. Do I ever use, okay, let me scroll up, bar or candlestick patterns as triggers? Actually, I watched Steve Bigelow do a presentation, and I liked his stuff, and I looked at candles for a few days, but I just got back into old patterns, and I don't do the work on a candlestick chart because sometimes I can't see the exact highs and lows. So I think that you can coordinate candlestick patterns for triggers, but do I use them that way? No. Can you? Absolutely. Okay, you're only halfway through the book. Okay, thank you. I'm glad you're liking it so far, and I think you will totally understand more of what I'm doing. Also, you know, I do post some free charts on Twitter, and I also have the Facebook fan page under Fibonacci Queen. The only issue is that you can friend me on Facebook if you want, but that's, like I said, that's the personal stuff. You're gonna find out where I'm drinking tequila, or whether I'm in Chicago or California or whatever. But the charts are actually on the Twitter feed and also the Facebook fan page for the freebies. As far as the current up to date, all the setups, that's on the end of day update. Okay, right now the transports and the Russell are diverging. How does one trade? I'd have to look at the chart and set it up and see if it sets up, but I don't have time to do that right now. That's something that subscribers are allowed to ask in the forum if they want to see something on the update. So that's one way you can find out. The CCI, I already went over how I used it. And I don't use the patterns like the CCI Club does. You can if you want to. That's just not my thing. It's just I use it for confirmation. As far as the trigger chart, I want them above 0 for a buy and below 0 for a sell. Okay, let's see. You have to take each market individually as far as, if one looks bullish and one looks bearish. All right, let me see what other questions I've missed here. Okay. I like this better than, this is not subjective because guess what? With the Elliott wave stuff, they change the counts on you. It drives me crazy. So, with this, at least you know what the zone is. You know when you're wrong in the trade and all that good stuff. All right, I think I got through. Wait, there might be one more question. Okay, can I talk about why I run the ratios from a single high to various lows as opposed to from a high to its respected? Because I want the clustering effect, because all of those price relationships that I'm running on the chart are valid for a decision. And I'm looking for the clustering effect. And I especially love when it clusters over symmetry. So beyond that, check out the Twitter stuff or check out the 30-day trial. You should be able to more than make up for the price of it if you are a good trader. If you're a bad trader, then nothing really helps until you deal with the psychological issues. So that's all I know. And I think that I've taken up enough time today, and thank you for coming. And I'll give it back to Paul.
Great, thanks, Carolyn. And as you mentioned up front, we are excited to have you come in and join us. And another great session. So thank you for coming in and spending the time with us. And again, thanks to everyone out there for coming in and joining Carolyn and us as well for the past hour. We did have a lot of questions, and I think Carolyn did get them all addressed. So thanks, Carolyn. But if you did have some follow-ups, or if your question did slide through the cracks, we have a link to Carolyn's site, the Fibonacci Queen, on the left-hand side of the screen. So you can head over to the site, as she mentioned also. She's active on both Facebook and Twitter, so you can find her on both those outlets as well, along with the daily charts, or the free charts that she's distributing through those outlets as well. And beyond that, the great opportunity for the 30-day trial to the daily video newsletter available from Carolyn for only $7. Again, we have that link on the left-hand side of the screen, along with the video newsletter, which is going to hit daily stocks, ETF, and gas update as well. The trial includes access to Carolyn's library of downloads with a bunch of worksheets, PowerPoints, trading plan templates, a ton of resources to check out as well. So all that along with the daily 30-day video newsletter trial. So again, that link's on the left-hand side of the screen. We had a lot of questions about a recording, and yes, we have recorded our event. We'll have that email out tomorrow morning with the direct link to the recording. You can also check out the recording on both the site. Tomorrow morning, it'll also be available on Trader Kingdom, on both the homepage of Trader Kingdom and on Trader Kingdom TV, so you can look for it there as well. With that, we'll sign off for now, but again, a big thanks to Carolyn for coming in and joining us for our event here today, and thanks to everyone out there as well for spending the hour with us. Hopefully, we'll see you back here in the coming weeks for another webinar, but until then, everybody have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks again.